Welcome back. You're watching Power Breakfast here on CNBC-TV18, and let's get to action from the domestic markets now. We have our research team joining in with how the trade setup looks like and what are the stocks that we'll have to watch out for in today's trading session. First up, we have Ekta Batra with the trade setup of the day. Morning, Ekta. The Nifty is stuck in a range, but the broader markets are in a league of their own.
Hi, Hormuz. Morning. Well, you absolutely hit the nail on the head. It was a day of consolidation in yesterday's trading session. It was a range-bound session, you'd have to say. But like you mentioned, the mid-cap index is in its own orbit. It hit a new record intraday high yesterday, crossing 42,000. The Nifty bank was flat. It continues to be in focus. Financials because of the RBI tightening norms for consumer credit. Now, in terms of the flow pictures, FII's net sold around 645.7 crores in yesterday's trading session. This is second consecutive day of selling after 2 consecutive days of buying from the FIIs. DII's net bought around 77.7 crores. So there was a net sell coming in from the institutions. Now, overnight, oil has risen 2% on expectations of further OPEC plus supply cuts. So maybe that could be a negative for us. But the global picture is strong. So the US markets, you've been talking about that. The Nasdaq is at a 22-month high. Microsoft was a fresh 52-week high. Nvidia rallied significantly in the US trade. So those stocks as well as the internals continue to be strong for the US markets, and the US dollar in fact fell to a 2-month low on expectations that the Fed might even cut rates as soon as the month of March. Asia largely higher at this point in time. Gift Nifty indicating a positive start, maybe a consolidatory start with a positive bias. Now, cues to watch out for: the US FOMC minutes as well as a Thanksgiving holiday on Thursday. So maybe participation could be a little bit on the lower side this week.
We'll keep an eye out for all of that. Thank you so much for joining in, Ekta. Now over to Abhishek, who will list out the stocks to watch out for in today's trading session. Morning, Abhishek. Tell us more.
Morning, Hormuz. To begin with, Vascon Engineers Limited, they have got a letter of intent from Pimpri Chinwad, that is Municipal Corporation, of an order of 356.8 crores. DCW Income Tax Department is carrying out a search operation at their corporate office, registered office, factories and other premises of the company. Titagarh Rail System, ABB forms strategic partnership with Titagarh for metro projects in India. Now, overall reality, they have launched the first luxury residential project in Thane. They have launched the first phase of 3 out of 5 towers. So 3 towers has been launched by them. Indraprastha Gas, IGL and Concor have signed MOU to propel sustainable transportation using LNG trucks. IRCTC, over there, Ministry of Railway has permitted IRCTC to go for long-term tenders for a period of 7 years through clustering of trains. And also there is an announcement of rail need plant in Odisha. Kirloskar Electric Management has withdrawn the lockout at company's unit 15 located in Bengaluru with effect from November 20. So management has requested all workmen through labor union to report to work. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Abhishek. Plenty of stocks to watch out for today as well. And lastly, we have Manglam Malu joining in with the FNO cues of the day. Morning, Manglam. 19,800 continues to remain that resistance band for the Nifty.
19,800, you said it, Hormuz. In fact, as we speak, the Gift Nifty implies that the start would be around that 19,800 mark itself. So does it mean that we open right in front of consolidation, or we perhaps open and then build onto those gains to perhaps break out of those consolidation? I would, expect the market to still face consolidation because there's no immediate trigger for a further sustained up move. Why do I say that? Well, because yesterday the Nifty was in this band of 19,850 to 19,550 at the lower level, 19,600 at the lower level, so to say. The Nifty bank outperformed a bit by ending just 1 point higher. The mid-cap index has been doing well as well. The reason why, one is expecting the markets to consolidate is because there is constant supply coming in from the FIIs as well in the cash market after 2 days. In 2 days, they've, sold in the cash market. Yesterday, it was close to around 650 odd crores. In index futures, there wasn't much short covering or purchase as well. So we saw the FIIs buy just about 27 odd crores in index futures. And in that, more was directed towards Nifty bank futures, which ended mildly in the green, as the data would tell you. There's still 80% short in index futures. By they, I mean the FIIs. Remember, when the markets were moving higher, closing in on that 19,800 mark, their long exposure had gone as high as 23%. But over the last few trading sessions, they've come back to 20% again. Then you'll also watch out for what is happening in the index option space, right? So the FIIs have sold equal number of calls and puts, close to around 60,000 calls, 60,000 puts as well. When this happens, usually the traders believe, the option writers believe that the market would be in a range. What is this range we're looking at? Well, the 19,700 call was extremely active in yesterday's trading session. That has a premium of 92 odd rupees. So that's telling you 19,800 is a level that these 19,700 call writers believe will continue to hold for them to make money. At the lower level, 19,600 put has been extremely active, and they have a premium of almost 35 odd rupees. So the bulls believe that 19,575, 19,565 will be an important support to watch out for. So bears are fighting for 19,800 as a resistance. Bulls are vying for 19,550 to 19,560 as a support itself. So that explains the sort of range. Now, coming to individual stocks as well. But before that, it is a Tuesday, which means it is Nifty Fin expiry. And this could perhaps be a game changer in the second half of trade. The Nifty Financial Services Index is 19,500. The most active call is at 19,700 and the most active put is at 19,400, telling you that there is more upside bias to the Nifty Financial Services than downside. So we will watch out for what happens in the second half of trade, particularly on that one, because then if that moves, then we have some move coming in on the Nifty Bank and concomitantly the Nifty itself. Now, talking about stocks in the broader markets, yes, the Nifty Mid-Cap Index has hit a record high, but 11 stocks are in F&O band. This usually happens around the time where, you see a bit of euphoria in the mid-cap end of things as well. And yesterday as well, we had 3 stocks being added to the F&O band. We had the likes of BHEL, India Bulls Housing and NMDC, all of them entering and adding to the stocks which are already in the band.
Proper tug of war between the bulls and the bears there, 19,600 to 19,800. That's the 200-point range, but it's also the financial services expiry, as Mangalam mentioned. So let's slip into a short break, and up next we get you a word from the management of Volvo Eicher Commercial Vehicles as the company launches a new line of heavy-duty commercial trucks. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.